Shamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is Marty 4 here once again. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Jamarty 4 here once again, here to recap this week's episode of Insecure, episode 5, I believe this is. High Like, baby, and they were high. They was on the high that I have never experienced a day in my life. I mean, secretly, they're kind of promoting drugs usage. But you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this time. But anyway, so this episode starts off with Issa getting ready to go to the Coachella concert. They're getting everything ready. She gets up with Molly. You know, they're trying to get everything situated. She's saying, you know, you got your this, you got your that. Okay, we're going to need all of this. We're going to need this. And I'm glad that Molly mentioned that she got some sunscreen, because it is a very common myth that because you are black that you do not need sunscreen, because you can still get skin cancer. Very much so. It may be a little bit more difficult. It may, you know, work a little bit differently with us, but it doesn't mean that you're immune. You may be less than likely, but it doesn't make you immune. Just to put that out there. So she convinces Molly to come because Molly ended up taking on this assignment at work just so she can kind of get herself in, because Torian is so aggressive. So she decides to hop on in there and get herself some work. She's like, no, I'm not going to let this man run all over me. I'm going to assert myself. I'm going to let him know that I can do the job too. And they're like, cool. Okay, fine. So now she's accepted all this work. And when her and Issa had plans to go to Coachella, homegirls pull up in the car. They're like, well, why did you come and pick me up before Molly? And she said, well, Molly didn't want to tell you. So Issa FaceTimed her like, bitch, really? That's how you gonna do it? And you know, she's trying to say like, I have all this work. I don't want to mess this assignment up. I'm here at this new job. You know, I just want to do well. But they're like, look, we can set out some time. We can get up early. Like, Issa is basically putting it on like, look, we can do what we got to do to make sure that you can get what you need to get for your assignment. I need you to come here on this trip, though. So, in the meantime, though, in between when Issa was talking with Molly about the trip, she was about to open up her little thread that she had with Nathan, right? And she was about to pull the number that I have pulled so many times. So many times have I done that in my life, even recently. You see somebody that you haven't talked to, or you would expect them to have hit you up after so many hours or days or what have you, and you be like, so I haven't heard from you, like, what's up? And then you be like, no, I don't want to be clingy, or I don't want to feel like I'm pressed, so you just delete it and then just keep waiting for them to say something to you. Like, how many of us have done that where it's like, I want to say something, but I want to be like, why haven't you hit me up? But you know, like, that's either not your nigga, that's not your bitch, like, that's not somebody that you're actually with who is obligated to hit you up, you know? Hold on, I got something on my glasses. They're not obligated to hit you up, but you kind of be like, well, we kind of had this moment or this date or whatever, and you just feel like, well, they should want to hit me up. It's that whole inner debate thing that I feel like we can all relate to, because I know I've done it. I've done it many a times. But they get to the Airbnb that they're going to be at for the Coachella weekend girls trip that they're having. And why is it that, okay, they said, oh, Molly's not going to get here for another couple of hours, so we can, like, pregame, we could turn up. And Tiffany's like, look, I'm pregnant. She's going to be here for 2 hours. They can give me a chance to get me a quick nap in. And that is so real, especially if you travel. They didn't probably have to travel that far. But when you've done that, and if you feel like it's your midday and you're going to be partying for the majority of the nighttime, it is imperative. I do it all the time. Like, if I know I'm going to be up and really doing stuff at nighttime, and during the daytime, if I have the chance, I'm taking a nap. I need something to recharge, because if I'm up all day and I've done stuff all day and I'm supposed to drink and try to do all that partying all night, I'm gonna be tired. That alcohol is gonna put me to sleep. So I was there for the nap idea. And Kelly is just like, she can't, you know, Issa's trying to say we should pregame, and Kelly is looking out the window, looking all strange, like, she can't pregame, Issa. She's pregnant. He's like, oh, okay. Well, we can just knock out for a little bit and blah, blah, blah. She's like, she's not going to wake up. She's pregnant. And Mind you, that's true, but we're just looking at Kelly like, what the hell's going on with Kelly? She's like, look, don't judge me. I thought we were going to Coachella as soon as we arrived, so I took an edible. And Kelly is high as a kite. She just starts kikiing and laughing, and she's like, who's laughing? And she's talking to herself, says, oh, shut up, that's you. Let me tell y'all, Kelly was the highlight of this entire episode. Kelly was on it all episode, and I was here for it, baby. She is so funny. I love her. So they all get tired, and they ended up going to sleep. By the time that Molly came, she was ready to turn up, have fun. Everybody is knocked out. So when they wake up, Issa literally pulls a Tanisha from Bad Girls Club Season 2. I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not going to get no sleep because of me slamming the pants, waking everybody up. Talking about Beyonce or bust. And you know, if you've ever been woken up out your sleep, the first thing that you're going to think of is that you were pissed. All right? Because sleep is very important to me. I don't know about y'all, but sleep is very important to me. And if somebody just, disturbs it without my consent, I'm usually very upset. But they wake up, they getting down on her throat. They're like, look, we came here to party. We didn't come here to, rest and sleep and do all this stuff. So she's trying to get everybody riled up in the spirit. Beyonce bus. So she's like, y'all go, get ready. We about to get, get our day started, getting ready for Beyonce and blah, blah, blah. Then, as soon as she says that, Nathan finally texts her and says, hey, I'm here at this pool party. Do you want to meet up? Issa's slick ass gonna be like, change your plans. We gonna go to this party first. So they go up to this little pool party. I don't know what it is that she told them. That, like, how did she just know about this pool party? How did she explain that she wanted to come here to the rest of the girls? But either way, they get there and they meet up with Nathan, who still looks fine. That boy's fine. And his friends, who are, not compared to, like, the people that we see on this show. But, they get there, they introduce themselves, they're already a little, weary about the situation, because they're like, okay, because the guy made a Molly Percocet joke, and it was kind of like, okay. But then the friend offers them actual Molly, and I'm like, oh, this what we doing? But I mean, when you're in the city, you're at Coachella, y'all on a trip together, like y'all on vacation, it's just like, God, I don't want to say I'm promoting drug use, but it's just like YOLO. It's just like YOLO. Don't make it a constant thing that you do, but it's just like, yo, look, why not? Why not? Now, of course, Tiffany not going to be taking no Molly now. She's fully pregnant, but everybody else offer a Molly. And then when Issa and Nathan go off somewhere, Issa is straight tripping, bro. Like, she is, like, feeling everything 2 times over. And when Nathan touched her, she's like, oh, my God. I'm like, Issa is wilding out, bro. And she's like, your touch is so touchy. I'm like, I have never personally had the chance to take an edible. I've always wanted to, just to see what the difference is in the experience. But if it's what Molly got, I mean, not Molly, but if it's what Issa got going on in combination to, I don't know if I'm gonna ever do the Molly personally. I don't substance drugs like that. I don't know about that. But the edible part, that seems kind of like fun. I ain't gonna lie. But let's see. So when they start doing it, they start touching, and then they start to kissing, and they over there having themselves a good old time. Molly, on the other hand, is at the bar just doing the most. Poor Molly. Like, when you get drunk, you get real comfortable in talking about yourself, and especially if you're like an emotional person, you start talking about, the dues in your life, probably some things going on with work. If you're married, you're talking about the issues you're having with your partner. And Molly just goes on and on talking about, I'm single, and I haven't had sex since I stopped fucking my married friend. And the guy, the black dude that gave them the Molly, just listened to this like, okay, this is more information than I requested, but okay. And you see how he passed out to his friend, like, let me, have you met my friend such and such? And he dips. Because he is not trying to be the one, he probably doesn't want to be viewed like, there's this girl who's next to me, she's drunk, and I don't want to look like I'm taking advantage of her, or she's coming off a little crazy, I don't really want to be near her. Like, whatever the situation may have been for homeboy, he GTFO'd. Oh, poor baby. So, Nathan and Issa, they get to the Coachella performance, or when everything's gearing up, everybody's out in the field. I don't know if I could do Coachella, to be honest. I just don't. I feel like there's so much preparatory work that you have to beat, and there's so many people. It's just grass. It's a field. It's dirty. People probably stank. You out there for hours, and it's, I just don't. I'm not sure I could do it. I'm just not sure I could do it. I mean, I probably would one time for the experience, just one time. But But anyways, they got their little spot, and they try to make sure they don't lose it, because when you in a general standing or seating area, people will take your stuff if you just so happen to try to go to the bathroom. That's why you want to kind of go in a group where y'all can kind of hold everybody's spot down. But Issa and Nathan end up going off somewhere. They end up on the Ferris wheel, and of course they get stuck. How convenient. But they get stuck, and then she talks about how terrified she is that she just quit her job, and she's excited for what could happen, but she's also realistically terrified, because a lot of people are afraid of the unknown, especially when you don't know where your money coming from. You start thinking as an adult, like, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to uphold the same lifestyle that I had before? And I feel like more often than not, you would have expected most dudes to be like, why would you do that? What are you going to do? This, that, and the fourth. And I feel like that's what Issa may have been expecting from Nathan, but he just was like, look, I support you in anything you do. I'm sure that whatever you're going to do is going to be great and everything's going to work out. Like, he's saying all the right words to Issa to make her feel more comfortable, to make her, just feel better about this change that she's doing. And that's really getting to her. Like, she's remembering all of this. All of these things matter to her. And so, they just get it on right then and there. Like, in that moment, you could feel the sexual chemistry just hit a peak, and they just got it on right there in that Ferris wheel car. She was like, I want you so bad right now. She was like, show me. I was like, ooh, Issa, yes, man, hallelujah. I don't know why I've never even thought about the possibility of doing it in a Ferris wheel. That would be kind of hot. And dude asked, like, does this make us a part of the Mile High Club? I mean, it's not really a mile. I thought she was going to make a joke like it's like the 50 meters club or something. I thought she was going to say something like that, but she's like, it better. I mean, that's another club. That's a whole other club in general, to be honest. But that was hot. Like, Nathan, I feel like Nathan gives the most chemistry with Issa than I think either Daniel or Lawrence did. And that could be jumping the gun, but I mean, the other two, they had, sensual sex scenes, but maybe it's just because we haven't seen Nathan's faults just yet. Because it's kind of like how we felt about Daniel before we saw all of his dirt and his insecurities. So maybe that's the reason why Nathan feels so perfect right now. But as they getting it on, Issa receives a phone call. Now let's bag back. Because Kelly and them, they all separated for a second, and they're trying to hold on to this spot. Molly done laid out her jacket, trying to preserve the spot. She's drunk and she's doing the most. The Asian friend helps her up, And Kelly goes off somewhere. I don't. Kelly was on some. Kelly was on some other stuff. And then when she gets back, there's white people that have taken their spot, and she's like, y'all took our spot, and the lady is like, it's a field, like what do you expect? And she goes like, well, the field is probably where y'all want us to be, and like spit all this racist jerk, and I'm like, whoa. Whoa, Kelly, first of all, we are outnumbered here, and this is just not, you cannot just start this right here right now, bitch, are you serious? And she just starts going off, and then when she started beating her, she done threw the white girl down the ground. Why, when she was beating her, why did she be like, I bet you voted for Jill Stein? I was like, oh my God. Kelly was on. They all fighting with the white people going back and forth. Oh my God, this shit was too funny. And then, so they all get kicked out. And when they cutting off the rubber bands, why does Kelly be like, why do white people get to stay? Because they white. I was like, Kelly, why are you on one today? And then as soon as they get outside, they see or they hear the Beyonce's on the stage. They like, shit, we came in for Beyonce. She tries to charge through there. She gets tased in the back of her neck and she falls over. She lays out on the field and she done pissed herself. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh, hand clap for Kelly this episode. She gave me life this whole episode. I loved it. Woo! So that's when Tiffany is calling Issa while she getting it on with Nathan in the Ferris wheel, telling her everything that happened. Nathan drops her off at their Airbnb, and she's like, I know everybody is mad at me. I'm prepared to take hell when I walk up in this office because they're going to feel like I abandoned them. And, he wants to come in with her. He's like, I probably should go by myself. And she's like, well, of course they kiss and make up, or wasn't really make up, but, they say goodnight, I'm going to hit you up tomorrow. Issa walks in. Kelly is glaring her down, ready to tear her a new one. Molly is tripping on the laptop trying to send an email and related to her workplace. And Tiffany ass is in the closet crying on weed because she took a weed brownie. She took a bite of the weed brownie, calling to her husband, talking about how much I miss you, how much I wish you were here, and I took weed, and this is going to be a weed baby. And everybody is just losing their fucking mind. But you know what? Even through like all of this, what seems like a crisis, these are the type of trips that you take with your friends that even though they go wrong and they don't go as planned and everything's a little spastic, these are the best memories. These are the best memories to have with a group of friends. Like, y'all remember that time we tried to go to a Beyonce concert and Kelly got tased and pees on herself? Y'all remember that? Those would be the stories that you cherish for a lifetime. So this shit was so dope. So everybody is, spastic, and they're like, look, we just need to take a night's rest and just try again in the morning. So everybody wakes up, everybody's feeling like hungover, and everybody's feeling more like themselves again. And Tiffany is like, she's feeling something. There's something emotion that she's feeling. And so her and Issa go to the 7-Eleven, and they're in the parking lot. And they're like, I don't want to be overly dramatic, but I just feel like we're different, and things are just different now. We're not where we used to be, and I just want to make sure that we're still friends. And she said, we're always going to be friends. Because, and they talked about this in the wind down, how sometimes, at least with male and females, like I feel like females sometimes are more, I don't want to say strict, but they value their space and their friends more than sometimes men do. Because men would be like, oh, I've known this dude since I was 8 years old, so they have like a loyalty because they have history. Whereas girls are like, look, if we not, communicating regularly, then I'm not going to consider you like my girlfriend. You know what I mean? And I guess Tiffany was feeling like they're trying to like drifting apart. She felt like she didn't really belong, and how she has to sort of force herself to try to hang out with Issa and her friends. And I mean, that's something, because not everybody is that type to go out and be, you know, that in that environment all the time. And some people grow out of it. And I feel like people feel guilty about it because they may do it at a different age than other people do. But it's completely normal. You shouldn't lose a friendship over that. But I feel like that's what Tiffany was worried about at the time. And so she goes into the 7-Eleven, she's looking for something to buy. And she runs into Chad, which, you know, as we remember, is Lawrence's best friend and the person that was on that billboard that her and Nathan were talking shit about. And she's like, hey, what's up? And then Chad looks behind him and says, hey, you see this? I was like, no. I mean, we knew it. We knew. I mean, come on. Did y'all really think that Lawrence was not going to be back on this show? Did y'all really think they was going to go this whole season and not show Lawrence at least once? Because y'all know that they could not resist the storyline of Issa getting some new piece, the old piece coming in. You might as well throw Daniel somewhere in this mix. This is about to be very interesting. And Lawrence looks good. So, and I know Issa's like, I know she knows that he looks good too. And so I don't know where he is mentally, but I am so excited to see what's going on in the next episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. That was this week's episode. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I will be responding. And also, quick announcement. I'll probably say this again on tomorrow's video for Love and Hip Hop. I do believe that next Wednesday is the premiere of American Horror Story Apocalypse, and we will be talking about it. Oh yes! We were talking about American Horror Story. That should be uploaded either Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And again, I will see you guys next episode. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and share everywhere to all across social media land. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.